There are many interesting fan theories when it comes to the world of Pokemon. Some are as old as the franchise itself, like Venonat is meant to evolve into Butterfree and not Venomoth, and some are just so crazy they might be true, like the Slowpoke being slow because it is actually omniscient and sees all, so its physical body suffers the harsh reality. But those aren't the theories I want to focus on today. Today's theory is one of the oldest theories there is, easily being more than a decade old. Many people believe that the fire starters are based on the Chinese Zodiac. And honestly, it really lines up on a lot of fronts. So today, I'm going to talk about why people believe this, how Fuecoco may have been a huge piece in debunking this theory, and an alternative theory that I think makes just as much, if not more sense, than the Zodiac Theory. The Zodiac Theory is essentially that each fire starter has been made based on one of the 12 Chinese Zodiac figures. Charmander being the dragon, Cyndaquil a rat, Torchic the rooster, Chimchar the monkey, Tepig the, pig, Fennekin the dog, Litten the tiger, and Scorbunny the rabbit. A controversial point in this theory is most famously Fennekin being considered a dog, which is granted quite a stretch as many people consider Fennekin a fox, which is pretty obvious. But let's ignore this whole for a moment and say that this theory is actually correct. That left the Generation 9 Firestarter with 4 possibilities: snake, sheep, horse, and ox, or bull. So when we got Fuecoco, the small crocodile in Generation 9, everyone was pretty confused. I mean, a male crocodile is referred to as a bull, but is that enough to save the theory? I actually think that this is a huge misconception on everyone's part. However, I don't think people are far off from what may be the truth about fire starters. I even think the Pokemon Company may have started here, but has now broadened their horizons to ensure the longevity of this franchise. Let me explain. If we look to the future of Pokemon, what is the plan when the inevitable Generation 13 comes out? When there are suddenly no more Chinese Zodiac signs to pull from? Well, I think the Pokemon Company was a step ahead with this one and realized they could keep the Chinese Zodiac theory alive, but give it a small tweak. If we look at Fuecoco, it currently doesn't fit on the Chinese Zodiac. But what if I told you that we aren't looking at the Chinese Zodiac as a standalone entity? After all, zodiac signs are based on astronomy, and it isn't crazy that other cultures adopted a similar style of animal-based signs when looking at the stars. Cultures all around the world have developed zodiacs and other astronomical beliefs when looking at the stars. In the Western world of astrology, we have horoscopes based on constellations. Some examples include Libra, Leo, and Sagittarius. There are also other cultures on the Western Hemisphere that were heavily influenced by astrology and astronomy. These cultures include both the Mayan and the Aztec cultures, which had deep connections to astronomy in their belief system and calendar making, and both cultures also had connections with Spanish culture in the past. An interesting point to note, as the region that Fuecoco is a starter in is based on the Iberian Peninsula, which houses Spain. But back to the point at hand, in the Aztec calendar, the first day of their divinity count on a calendar is called, and I apologize for butchering this, Cipactli, which corresponds to the first day of the Mayan calendar called Imix, or Emix, I'm actually unsure. This first day is represented by a certain reptilian creature that does not appear on the Chinese Zodiac called a crocodile. Oh wait, kinda like Fuecoco. But this is not the only group of people to put the crocodile on their calendars or astronomical beliefs. Let's look at Capricorn from astrology that many people are familiar with. Now, many people know that Capricorn is often associated with a goat, but do you know what the equivalent of Capricorn is in Hindu astrology? It is called Makara. Makara, the crocodile. Is it starting to become clear now? People all over the world have crocodiles in their astronomical or astrological beliefs, meaning Fuecoco fits perfectly when we look at it through that lens. Rather than trying to make Fuecoco fit into the box that is the Chinese Zodiac theory, I think we should expand the theory and take everything into account that Fuecoco seems to be pointing to. Rather than all the fire starters being part of the Chinese Zodiac, I think all fire starters are part of astrological or astronomical traditions. Utilizing this theory could even fix Fennekin's fox issue by making it tied to the constellation Vulpicula, aka the fox. Not to mention, this not only ensures that the Pokemon Company can continue to go past 12 generations with the Fire Starter theory, but it also makes Fuecoco fit in nicely with his new fire-breathing companions. Think of all the possibilities if this theory is true. We could have a deer starter, a scorpion, or even a fire lion. Well, maybe not that one. But what do you think? Does my fire starter theory have any merit? If not, how do you think Fuecoco makes sense in the Chinese Zodiac? Make sure to let me know down in the comments. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and check out this video for much more wacky but plausible theories. I will catch you all next time when the adventure continues.